So now let's talk about different instrument types. The first one is the idiophone, and the idiophone is any musical instrument which creates sound primarily by the vibrating of the instrument itself, without the use of strings or membranes or something like that. So if we look at idiophones, you have things like bells and maracas, and xylophones and cymbals. Because if you think about a bell, what's making the sound? Well, it's the bell itself. If what's making the sound of the maraca, it's the maraca itself. The xylophone, you hit a bar, and the bar itself is what's making the sound. All right, so we've got the idiophones that make sound by the instrument itself, the material itself, and then membranophones. A membranophone is any musical instrument which produces sound primarily by the vibrating of a stretched membrane. And most membrane phones are drums, but a kazoo is also a membrane phone. A kazoo makes sound by air vibrating a membrane inside the kazoo. So if you think about a timpani or a taiko drum, a snare drum, all of these have a membrane pulled over a drum head. And so it's the membrane itself, not the instrument, that is making the sound. That it relies on that membrane to make the sound. Now, chordophones are instruments that produce sound from a vibrating string stretched between 2 points, which is bowed, struck, or plucked. And so a chordophone would be a guitar, or a cello, or a banjo, or a harpsichord, or a harp. These all have some sort of chord that is plucked, or strummed, or bowed, or something like that. And then finally, we have the aerophones. An aerophone is any musical instrument which produces sound by causing a body of air to vibrate without the use of strings or membranes, and without the vibrating of the instrument itself adding considerably to the sound. So aerophones would be a saxophone, or a trumpet, or a tuba, or a panpipe, or a harmonica. In all of these, you blow air through the instrument, and the vibration of the air is what makes the sound after you blow through that instrument.